I want to do an esoteric chat. Yes. So I like to think of things. I like to contemplate on things. I like to meditate on things. And so in this video, I want to share some things I've been meditating on and my, I guess, take on certain things. You know, I did a video on my esoteric chat and I talked about time and all that exists as now and what has come to me in meditation and what I've contemplated on as far as like time and linear time and how that even comes to be. So I wanted to talk about something else that I've contemplated on. So I contemplate and meditate on a lot of things. And I always want to preface my esoteric talks with, it might seem a little radical, it might seem a little out there to most people, but some people actually might, I don't know, I've never heard these things before or anyone talk about them. So I'm not quite sure if it might resonate with someone or it's even out there or anything like that. So just got to preface it because, yeah, I don't want to offend people. And if you're easily offended, you probably shouldn't watch this video. Okay, so esoteric chat. So I think about this thing. So I've created the One Dream model. And, I talk about one flesh, becoming one flesh. And what does that mean? The more feminine spiritual dream, which is the potential, the fluid, more potential dream, and our waking dream, which is the more masculine, structured matter dream. And the One Dream model is really the letting go of stories, beliefs, trauma, that will allow both of the dreams to become one. And the goal is for the dreams to become one dream. And I contemplate on this thing all the time. And I was raised a certain way and taught certain things. And I look at life, everything as symbols and a representation of what this all is, which is love. We love, this thing is, we're playing this game of love. And so I always think about these stories that are in the Bible. And growing up, I never could buy into this concept or idea that God, love, energy, creation is this really punishing, looking down, judging type of thing. It just never made any sense to me. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. And so I had to really just contemplate on these different stories and what they mean and what do they mean to me. So I love the allegory, the symbols of what some of these stories represent. And one of the things that I contemplated on was the story of the Virgin Mary. And it's funny, I was listening to a story of someone talking about Joseph being a real man, having, stepping it up to be the father because, he didn't, like, think about it. Like, he didn't, so most people would be looking at Mary a little sideways, okay? Like, for real. But I I look at it as symbolic. I think with the One Dream model, I talk about pure love. It's not tainted. When we let go of these untruths, because the truth is love, when we let go of these untruths, we become a clear, pure channel, vessel that expresses love. And the beautiful thing about the Virgin Mary is that she wasn't tainted. She didn't have these like blockages or beliefs. She was considered pure, a pure channel, to birth Christ consciousness, to birth Christ consciousness. And I believe that was very symbolic of becoming a clear, pure channel to express, be the vessel of, the vehicle, or whatever you want to call it, of love. So we think about, I am that. I am that. I am love, right? I am love. What's being expressed in my physical, more waking dream sometimes is not what we would consider an expression of love. You might have some chaos, some disharmony, insecurity, overwhelm, struggle, hardship. That's not really an expression of love. And so as we purify ourselves and let go of these stories in which love is hitting, it's hitting these stories. Now, if you haven't seen my video, and I probably will do another video on the One Dream model because I'm always talking about it. I feel like it's such a good representation of how it can hit these stories and be expressed in our reality as overwhelm and frustration and hardship and struggle. These stories that we hold on to, that, it's like how light comes into a fragmented jewel, like a diamond. Light goes through this fragmented, and it's dispersed and distorted. It's distorted in a beautiful way because, a diamond, as the light comes in, it distorts it in a beautiful rainbow with beautiful colors. But like these things come and they're distorted and fragmented and all of these things. And so once we become pure and let go of, release, heal these things that we're holding on to, love is expressed in our reality, in our waking dream, in our more masculine dream. And we see how the more feminine, fluid aspect of ourselves and the more masculine waking dream, how they are one, the one flesh. And all of it is us. All of it is us. I was thinking today how like animals and babies, they don't know, like when they see a mirror for the first time, they don't recognize that reflection in that mirror is them. But eventually they learn, oh, that's me. That reflection is me. And it's this beautiful know thyself journey that we go on. And we start recognizing that oh, that the reflection, my reality is me. And my imagination, my intuition, that's me as well. All of it's me. People reflecting things back to me, oh, that's me. Them treating me this way is reflecting an aspect of me that's insecure. Oh, this chaos I'm experiencing in my reality is reflecting some story within me. And I talk about the sundial principle, and it's about coming from a higher perspective, looking at this thing from a higher perspective, and it doesn't cast a shadow, it heals it. When you look at something with awareness from a high perspective, it will not cast a shadow, it will heal it. Got the light thing. It's reflecting on my face. I don't like it. You see, this is where you can look at these stories. And I said how I feel about time, and all of it's a blueprint, I feel. You can watch that other esoteric video. But it's interesting in our genes and DNA how we hold these stories in our body, and we also hold potential in our bodies. So it's like with the study of epigenetics, we understand that these things can lie dormant, can be expressed, can change. And the studies that Dr. Joe Dispenza has done has really shown us that is this thing of what's being expressed. What is the potential there? And so in the present now, we have stories and potential. So we're holding his story within us, and we're also holding potential within us. And so when you look at these things, you see the patterns in all of this. And so I always look at that, the story of Mary, and, people have their ideas about what that's supposed to mean. But if you ask me, that's supposed to mean become a clear channel to birth Christ consciousness, And you see it. Now, I did also a video on the family. This is really bothering me. Can I move? Okay, I think that's good. I did a video on the family, right? The family. And this is what also traditions have called the Philosopher's Stone. This is the rebirth. They call it different things, resurrection. They call it different things in different philosophies, but they're all talking about the same thing. It's this rebirth, letting go, becoming a clear channel, becoming pure, and rebirthing and becoming anew. We see it with the seasons. There's so many things that we can refer to. Gosh. But there's so many things we can refer to when it comes to this thing. So I wanted to share that. These are just things that I contemplate on, and I study a lot of different traditions and philosophies and religions and things. it's interesting to me. When you understand at the core, you will see the common thread, the golden thread in all of those things. And it's interesting when you see and understand that everyone's pretty much saying the same thing. Saying the same thing. So I did want to share that. My kids are about to be home. Actually, I see them. So yeah, I wanted to share that, my thoughts on those things. And, you know, we're really playing this game of love, this beautiful love story. We're writing this beautiful love story. And it's about, I always talk about the 5 senses. Speak as perfect love, see as perfect love, touch as perfect love, smell as perfect love. What's another sense? Hear as perfect love. When you start exercising these things as perfect love, as, now we go from through me to as me. Man. Anyways, I gotta go. I hope you guys enjoy these esoteric chats. I do. I enjoy them. I love sharing these things. If you haven't already, I encourage you to check out my other esoteric chat on time and space and what that is. I really enjoyed that one. And also check out the video I did about the family and being in alignment, and what does that mean? With the Philosopher's Stone and the rebirth and all of those things. So anyways, you guys, that's all for this video, and I will check you guys in the next video. Peace.